Peace, family. Peace, family. It's that time again. It's time to go live with a burning question. Do black people deserve reparations? That's the question. I've been hearing a lot of talk about reparations lately. I've been hearing a lot of talk about reparations and whether black people deserve reparations, you know. Um, so we shall see. I'm going to give my take. The African deplorable says nope. Okay. My take is this. Do they deserve reparations? I'd say yes. Will black people get reparations? I say no. That's literally my take, and I'll tell you why. When it comes to reparations, the issue of reparations, what you are asking people to do, or what you are asking governments to do, is to cripple their economies. That's what you're asking them to do. You're asking them to cripple their economies. Now, governments. Let's look at capitalism, for example. Let's look at what is going on in the world. You have the Chinese, okay, which are now becoming, or they're a superpower now, and they're moving into places everywhere. Okay, so what people are asking is for European nations to give Africans around the world reparations, monetary reparations. And so what that would actually do is, first of all, we don't know how much that would be. It's going to be a lot. How you doing? J-Star, how you doing, bro? Prison Life, what's up? Let me just say hello to the family. Captain Bomber Club, Birdseye. Okay, what a name. Big up, Becca Rio Truth, big up. African Process, who pays and who gets it. Right. So, I said you're going to ask them to cripple their economies. PO, how you doing? They're not going to do that. I'm just saying to you, the way capitalism is set up ain't going to happen. Because if European nations and America decide to pay reparations to the tune of, they've estimated it's going to be like trillions, okay? It would cripple the economy. And if the Europeans cripple their economy and Americans cripple their economy, the China would move in. China would become the new superpower, being who China is right now, and no one's going to allow that to happen. What's good, J Blacks? They're not going to allow that to happen. Why would Europe and America allow China why would they cripple their whole economy and then allow China to move in? Because they had some kind of moral obligation to pay black people back for 400 years of slavery. I think that black people who actually, how you doing, Mr. Rax? Black people that try to get reparations, I would not tell you not to. I would not say, oh, don't try and get reparations. I would never say that. But I will say, I doubt very much you'll get it. And me being the person that I am, I kind of analyze the landscape and try to understand what is likely and what is less likely. And I think it's less likely that you would actually get reparations. I don't think, like I said, I don't think anyone would want to. I mean, I said this is a moral issue. My washing machine is going crazy. This is a moral issue, okay? So if we go back to slavery, okay, we go back to enslavement. And another thing, actually. People talk about European nations in America giving reparations, but no black people have ever asked Arabs for reparations. They've never asked any Arab nation for reparations, knowing that the Arabs started the slave trade before Europeans and continue to do it today. Arab nations in North Africa have been enslaving black people, millions of them, for over 1,400 years, and I've not heard one black person say to anyone, you know what, we need to go to the Arab nations to ask for reparations. They don't do it, but they go to European nations, and I'm saying, for all intents and purposes, go to them and ask them. But why don't you also go, if you're going to go to European nations in America, go to Arab nations too. The Arab nations act like it doesn't even, thank you, Dave Smith. They act like it didn't even happen, and it doesn't happen. They act like, no, that never happened. The estimate is about 25 million Africans in North Africa were enslaved, raped, robbed, pillaged. But no one asked Arabs for reparations. Because you got to be fair across the board if you want reparations. You got to ask all the nations that were involved in your plight, okay, to give you the reparations that you deserve. I mean, I said it's a moral issue, okay, and I'm gonna break down the moral issue. So if we go back to when slavery started, because a lot of what people do, okay, to stop the reparations process, is they say, oh well, you Africans, you helped sell your own people. And I'd say there were many Africans that helped the slave trade of both the Arabs and both the Europeans. Many, thousands upon thousands. However, the slave trade did not happen because Africans sold other Africans. The reason for slavery was free labor. That was the reason for slavery. It's not because, oh, there were some Africans weren't calling Europeans and Arabs saying, guys, listen, we've got some prisoners of war here and we just don't know what to do with them. Do you guys want them? They weren't on the phone. They weren't sending letters across the shore, across the Atlantic Ocean saying, guys, listen, come on. Like, we've got loads of guys here that we're just not doing anything with. Can you guys come and take them off our hands? That's not how it went down. Slavery went down because people wanted free labor. It's that simple. So it didn't happen because of Africans helping Europeans and Arabs. It was in spite of it. It was just part of the process. Arabs wanted free labor first. They went to get them from Africans. Europeans saw what happened with the Arab slave trade, and they were like, well, we can get free labor because the Arabs have now got free labor out of the Africans for hundreds of years. So it's like there was no like slave market on the west coast of Africa, guys, okay, where Africans were just like 2 slaves for 100. If you buy 4, you get, I don't know, you get a discount. Okay, there's no like, Africans weren't like, yeah, come and get them, come and get them, come and get them. Do you know what I mean? Europeans went there, they saw the Africans definitely had prisoners of war from the various wars that they had, and they gave them to the Europeans, to the Arabs. Now, if you go there, now Europeans, now this is a moral issue, remember, this is a moral issue. So as a human being, we know it's wrong to take another person. We know it's wrong. Yes, sorry about that, family. A call came in. What was I saying? The moral issue. Yeah, so it's a moral issue. So you go to the west coast of Africa, you know it's wrong, okay, to kidnap a person. I wouldn't kidnap a person, okay, because I know it's wrong. The person's got family, the person won't like it, all that kind of stuff. And you go to somebody and somebody's selling a naked person. They're just naked. I've got a naked lady for sale, and I say to you, listen, naked lady, you can have sex with her if you want, and you can do whatever you want with her. How much do you want for her? Right? And you don't say to me, hang on a minute, that's fucked up. You kidnapped this person and you're selling them. No, that is fucked up. No, do you know what? I'm reporting you to the authorities. You don't say that. You say, all right, well, how much do you want? So how much of a fucking demon are you? I mean, I'm a demon if I'm selling a naked person because I've gone through the process of kidnapping them, taking them from their family and doing all that kind of shit. But you know that these are stolen goods now. You know what it took, and you're like, well, I'll take one. So you're an immoral fucker as well. So you can't say, oh, well, he was selling it. In a court of law, you can't know that there's stolen TVs, okay? You know it's a stolen TV, and you buy the stolen TV. The judge asks you, did you know the TV was stolen? Yeah, but judge, he was selling it, man. That's not an excuse. That's actually not an excuse for buying a stolen TV. You're going to jail, bro. Do you know what I mean? You're going to get the force of the law. Saying somebody was selling it is not an excuse. I could be here selling anything. You don't have to buy it. You can walk by and say, you see that fucker over there? He's immoral. Do not buy. Do you see what he's selling? He's actually selling people. That fucker is crazy. But what happened is that after the slaves were sold, or after there were no more prisoners of war, Europeans came back and they were like, guys, come on, like, where's the rest? And the Africans were like, guys, you know what, right? We only have so many wars and we only have so many people. Like, there's no more. And Europeans were like, mate, there's a demand now in Europe. There's a demand, okay? We need Africans. We need free labor. And the Africans were like, well, there's no more. And the Europeans looked at them and said, of course there's more. You're one. And your family are African. So we're coming for you. And so they came for the whole of the West Africa. They came for the whole of West Africa and took what they wanted and enslaved who they wanted and took and enslaved for hundreds and hundreds of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. That is not African people's fault. Please, people, stop saying, yeah, well, you sold your people. That's not an excuse for the immoral behavior of hundreds of years of slavery. It's not an excuse, okay? We need to understand that. It's not an excuse. Because like I've said before, you can Google right now, Jews in Hitler's army. You can find that there were at least 100,000 Jewish people that fought for Hitler. We cannot blame the 100,000 people that fought for Hitler for the Holocaust. We can't do that. That doesn't make any sense for us to do that. We can't say, oh yeah, well, there were Jews in the army and they helped get other Jews and all that kind of... We can't say that. Because Hitler had a plan. His plan was to get rid of the Jews. He was going to do that by any means necessary. That was his plan. Europeans and Arabs wanted free labor. They were going to get it by any means necessary. So they used some Africans to get it. So Hitler used Jews to say to get it done. Who else knows where the Jewish people are, bro? Like seriously, if my plan is to get Jewish people, who's going to know where Jewish people are? Other Jewish people. They're the ones that are going to know. I mean, I don't know I don't know who they are. So I've got to go to the Jews and say, yo, bro, I'm looking for some Jewish people, right? You know, do you know where they are? Well, of course I know where they are because I interact with them all day long. If you want to know where all the insurgents are, this is what the Americans do. And when the Americans went to Iraq, who do you think they used to try and find where the bad Iraqis were that they wanted to get? They used Iraqi people. They asked Iraqi people to help them to get the Iraqis that they wanted. That's what happens in war. You can't say, oh, well, the reason why the invasion of Iraq happened is because of Iraqi people. No, people are going to use people, you know. But anyway, all I hear is Jew hating. Oh my God, there's no Jew hating here, bro. Calm down. Wow. Are you that emotional? Do you not get the context of the argument? Fair enough. So what I'm saying is the reparations argument. People will ask for reparations. They will. Whether or not they'll get them is another argument. And I don't believe any nation would want to give up that much money, okay, and cripple their economy. I just don't believe it. I'd love to be proven wrong, though. I'm just letting you know. I'd love to be proven. If you said, "Oh, you see, Sarah, we campaigned for we campaigned for reparations and we got it," I'll be like, "All right, cool. I'll hold hands up. I was wrong. Wow, they crippled their economy. Wow, I was wrong. I'm open to being wrong. I don't mind being wrong. What I'm saying is, I just don't think it will happen. Honestly speaking, I just don't. I wouldn't do it. I look at things strategically all the time. I look at things strategically, okay? And Strategically, it makes no sense to give people reparations. Strategically, for any nation, to give black people reparations to the tune of trillions. No, it makes no sense whatsoever. And I'm not saying that, and I said, I'm not saying it's morally correct. I'm not saying that whatsoever. I'm saying, not in capitalism. Capitalism is about making this, not about losing this, okay? So, if you realize that capitalism is the way things are going, then no one wants to lose that, okay? So that is it. That is my take on my take on reparations. Now I'm going to read your lot's comments that are coming up. Yeah, Miss London Yoruba, what's good? Yeah, I realized long ago that reparations would never happen, never going to happen. She said, listen, people, I think a lot of it was about labor, free labor, weak governments, poor countries, a race to the top. Maybe sold the idea of a better life. Arabs chopped balls off. They did chop balls off. I did not pick cotton. But now the Islamophobic Jew haters want to destroy the peace, says Elias. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I don't know what you guys are talking about. I think it was about education. People are, okay, you guys are having different conversations in the comment section. But yeah, folks, now what do you think? What do you think about reparations? Do you think it's a good idea, a bad idea? What do you think about it? I've just given my take, and that is exactly what I think about the reparations argument. I'm not telling people not to ask for reparations. I would never tell them not to do that. I'm saying when you do ask, please don't expect to get, because I don't think you're going to get. But continue asking though. But for me, I just don't do that whole, because I seem like I'm begging now. Do you know what I mean? Like if I know I'm not going to get something, I just seem like I'm just like, please, please, just please. And people are like, get away, get away, get away, get away, get away. And I'm just like, oh, please, please. I just feel like I'm begging. And my pride will just be like, you know what, fuck that. I'm not begging anymore. You know, I'm like, fuck that. I'm not begging. I'm just going to go do what I need to do. You know, is asking reparations, is it part of quote unquote victim culture? Is asking for reparations quote unquote victim? Is it playing the victim? People say it's a victim culture. It's a double-edged sword because I want it, but they control interest rates and print money, says Bigger Belly. They do control interest rates and print money. So I'm just saying, are you going to get it? I'm just saying. I'm not saying not to ask for it. I'm just saying, me as an individual, I'm allowed to have my own individual opinion. And my own individual opinion is, for me, I ain't got time to be asking for shit that I 99% feel like I'm not going to get. I'll just go elsewhere. I'll be like, it's like asking a woman for sexual relations and you know you ain't going to get it. It's just like, bro, like, she keeps telling you no. You know what I mean? It's like, bruv, you might as well try your luck somewhere else or just do something else. Like, you know, she ain't giving it up, so just stop. You know what I mean? She ain't giving it up. Mimi said, do I think they deserve it? I said, yeah, I think black people deserve reparations. Yeah, I think they deserve it, but they ain't gonna get it. You don't always get what you deserve. You know, you don't always get what you deserve. I'm just saying. Yeah, you keep begging for the pum-pum, but you ain't gonna get it. She ain't gonna give it up. I'm just saying. She ain't gonna give it up. So, I don't know. It's up to you. Do you know what I mean? It's up to you. You may be begging so long that she's like, okay, here you go. And I'll be like, wow, you were a persistent motherfucker. You got that shit, didn't ya? It may be that, and I may be wrong, but I'm just like, I don't stay around begging for too long. That's just me. You know, do Africans get reparation from their African kings to their American kings? What do you mean? What do you mean? As a minority in Brixton, I'm confused as to why reparations are required. Couchy TV. You're a minority in Brixton. What do you mean? Women hate weak men, says Dave Smith. Yeah. I think women don't respect weak men. You're white. Oh, you're a minority in Brixton because you're white. Couchy TV. Okay. Yeah, but I mean, all right. Look at that though, Couchy TV. That's fine. You're a minority in Brixton, but the businesses in Brixton are owned by who? The people in Brixton may be black, but who are the businesses owned by? You know, I think you need to look at that. Um, every European was a slave. They just get blamed for the sins of the elite. Um, do you hate more? Who do you hate more, Jews or Muslims? I don't hate anyone, mate. I don't hate anyone. You guys deal in hate, man. I've noticed people always talk about this hate, hate, hate thing. I don't deal in hate, man. I'm trying to be as objective as possible. You know? We hate Islam, not Muslims, says Easy Agacy. Oh, Asagay. Sorry. Asagay. Which culture ended slavery? I'm just confused. What do you mean, which culture ended slavery? Add idea for peace. Believe that previous oppressors. Hang on, I'm going to read this. And I'm going to give back crumbs. Okay. UK abolished the slave trade. Yeah, well, they did. They did. And you have to some degree, say, well done. You started some shit, right? You started some shit, but you abolished it. That's cool. But, you know, it's like if I start a war and then say, all right, the war's over now, but there's loads of dead people, it's like, yeah, it's like, okay, cool for stopping it, but you actually started it and there's a lot of dead bodies on the floor. I'm just saying, you know. So don't get too like, yeah, we stopped it. It's like, yeah, but you started it also, you know what I mean? And you really done some fucked up shit. So let's not get too like, you know, raise the roof that we stopped it. I'm just saying. No, it wasn't started by Britain. It was started 1,000 years ago. Justy Berger, that's what I said. It's very true. I said that the Arabs started this. The Arabs started the slave trade when it comes to Africans. They started it. Okay, they started it 1,400 years ago. Europeans piggybacked off of what the Arabs were doing and made it a business. You see, the thing is with Arabs, they never made it a business. The Arab slave trade still goes on today, but it's not a business per se. It's not the thing that will create an economy. Whereas Arab Muslims are still. You saw what happened in Libya. You saw the slave trades of Libya. I mean, even Ross Kemp done a documentary, you know, on the slave trade that's going on in Libya. You know, there have been countless documentaries, countless, you know, video clips all over the internet on, you know, the Arab slave trade, and it still continues. But on a side note, black people continue to be Muslim. I mean, you know, go figure that one out. Do you know what I mean? Like, go figure that. I can't figure it out, but, you know, go figure that one out. Sarah, the two question was, would you take reparations if it meant bankrupting the UK economy? I'd take reparations. Hell fucking yeah. Of course I would. Who's not gonna, come on, who's not gonna want money? Who is not gonna want money? I could take that money, go back to Africa or go to the Caribbean or set up shop somewhere else. Of course. Why wouldn't I take free money, bro? Like, I'm going to say no. All right. Black Muslim is as a rational feminist Muslim. This is self-loathing over 9,000. Go figure Islam, full stop. It's not compatible with the West. No, it isn't. How have you been oppressed as a black person? Please give me your worst experience of being oppressed. My worst experience of being oppressed. I wouldn't say oppression. I'd say when it comes to racism, I've definitely in my life been viewed as a threat because I'm 6'2", handsome, and black. I've definitely been viewed as a threat in workplaces that I've been into, and people have been fearful of me, even though I don't know if you guys don't really know me, but I'm not an aggressive individual generally. I'm not, like, if you fuck with me, I might get aggressive, but generally I'm cool, I'm calm. But because of my aesthetic, people get, you know, intimidated by me, and it has stopped. This is going back like years ago. It stopped me from getting a certain position in the workplace, and you know, that was about it. You know, the last time, it's so funny because I don't feel oppressed. I want people to understand that I don't feel oppressed. Okay, you ain't 6'2". I've stood next to you. I am 60. I'm 6'2", bro. I don't feel oppressed. Okay, I don't feel like, oh my God, woe is me. What I feel like is being in the capitalist system. There's a pressure on you to do certain things. I don't feel oppressed. I don't wake up in the morning and be like, oh my God, I'm so oppressed. I don't. I'm not gonna lie. I don't feel that. I don't feel like, oh my God, I'm black. Fuck. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like that. There was a time where black people felt like that. There was a time during slavery, during Jim Crow, during, civil rights. Like, I can walk out of my house and not feel like I'm gonna get lynched. As a matter of fact, I've said this to black people before many a time. Myself and Big Bro have said it. Black people living in the most. I feel like black people living in the best time since their enslavement. They're living in the best time. Like, you can literally get on the internet. It's so funny. Think of what's his name? I've forgotten his name now. I've forgotten his name. The internet star, the black guy, Nigerian English dude. KSI, right? KSI can literally go on the internet, talk shit, and make millions, right? Bro, like, come on. Like, where can you have done that in your history after slavery? Where can you have done that as a black person? You can't do that shit. You couldn't have done that shit through slavery, through Jim Crow. We're living in a time where we can actually take advantage of the opportunities that have been given us. But a lot of us sit around like, I'm oppressed. Let me tell you something. There is a way in which to navigate the system. There is a way in which to navigate the system and get your benefits from it. I'm not saying racism doesn't exist. I'm not saying institutional racism doesn't exist, because it does. There have been many, papers written on it and, like documentaries done about it. It exists. Racism isn't going anywhere anytime soon, I don't believe. I don't believe people are going to stop being racist tomorrow. Like, it's just not going to happen, right? However, what you have to do as a black person is to navigate your way through the system. You have to learn how to navigate your way through the system and make it work for you. I'm just saying. That is my general view. There are, and what I do, what kind of pisses me off is that there are a lot of black people who feel like education, right? Who feel like education is like, no, it's the white man's education system and I don't want to go. Look, how the hell are you going to navigate through the system if you don't get educated? Like, you're going to stay at ignoramus for the whole of your life. Like, really? Like, really? That's what you're going to do? You're going to stay an ignoramus for the whole of your life? It's very interesting because I'm a reader of history, and what you will find throughout history, that you will find that the Greek civilization, European Greek civilization, went to study in universities in Africa. You can go to history and find that European Greeks went to go and study in universities in Africa, and then took what they learnt in those universities back to Greece to make Greece great. But you're going to be like, oh, I'm not going to go into the education system because, bro, like, seriously, are you fucking serious? Like, go get your fucking education, please, and do some shit with the education. Don't be a fucking ignoramus all your life. Don't be an ignoramus, please. You know what I mean? Like, I can't stand black people that talk that shit. It's like this low level, low IQ individual like, yeah, but you see what? Yeah, that the education system. Listen, we know the education system can be skewed. I know. I've got a 6-year-old black boy, 6-year-old black son. I know that the education system isn't necessarily going to be for his benefit. However, I, as his parent, need to give him the tools to work at home, understand the structural system, give him extra schooling, and give him that boost that he may need, okay, in the system that he's in. That's my That is my responsibility to do that with my own son. Like, I think a lot of people expect the education system to raise their children, and it's like they're just not there for that. They're there to teach your children the curriculum. The curriculum's like that. It's done. They teach them the curriculum, and that's that. Do you know what I mean? You get, teachers who are a certain way. That's just gonna happen. Oh, Tick says, I am a racist, but I love patriot. I am a racist. Brothers and sisters different. Oh, okay. You're actually a racist. Wow. Okay. I'd like to interview you. I'm not gonna lie. I want to interview a racist, if I'm totally honest. You see how I didn't get triggered by someone saying I'm a racist? Because black people will get, oh, fucking racist. Chill the fuck out. Racism is going to exist, okay? It's not going anywhere anytime soon, okay? Just understand that. But, okay, you can try and, you see, for me, a racist, right? It's so very interesting. Because I like to get inside the mind of people. So for me, a racist is somebody's mind that I'd like to get inside of and try to understand why they are a quote-unquote racist. Tatok Kokipa. I don't hate other races, though, he says. Or they say. I don't know if you're a woman or a man. I'm sorry. Judging by what you're saying, intelligence is going somewhere, though. It's true. I feel like people are getting less intelligent and more emotional. I'm not going to lie. Exactly. No one cares about your opinion if you're a racist. No, I care about it. I want to know why you're a racist. I want to know why you have become a racist. I want to know what led you to that. That's just me as an individual. That I don't know about anybody else, but I want to know, if you call yourself I want to know why you're a racist. Do you know what I mean? Like, I will sit down with you and try and talk to you and understand why you're a racist. I could still call you a prick at the end of the interview. Do you know what I mean? But I like to understand why you're a racist. That's just me as an individual, though. A racist is an uneducated fool. Because I have my own views as to why people are racist. Do you know what I mean? I have my own views as to why. I think it's a psychological thing. So, yeah, I'd like to kind of get inside the mind of a racist to see if I was correct about my own assumptions as why people are actually racist. So, yeah, that's just me. We've diverted from reparations, but I guess it's okay. It's a live stream. You are brainwashed by 70 years of propaganda. What do you mean? To talk? What do you mean? I'm open to learning new things. What do you mean that I am brainwashed? Racism is name calling. No, it ain't. Wakey up, people. No, it ain't. Racism isn't bloody name calling. Come on, mate. It's like saying, I don't know, you can use racial slurs, but racism, in my view, is institutional. Like, I've always said to people, I don't care if somebody says to me, you're a black bastard, or you're a nigger. I actually don't care. I'm not gonna lie to you. You know what I care about? I care about whether that feeling you have, you see that feeling of feeling that I'm a nigger and you're superior to me? I care whether or not you're in a position to adversely affect my life with that feeling. Because somebody walking down the street calling me a nigger, I'm like, all right, cool, I'm still gonna make my money, I'm still gonna do my thing, I'm still gonna like look after my children, I'm still gonna, do my day to day. That never actually affected what I'm doing on my day to day. What I care about is if that person is in a position of power to adversely impact my life. If you feel that way about me and you can fuck with my money, fuck with my livelihood, fuck with my family, fuck with anything that is important to me, then I will start caring. But you thinking I'm a nigger, go ahead, bro. I don't give a fuck. As long as you ain't trying to impact my life with that shit, go ahead and think what the hell you want to think. That's just me as an individual. Because people are going to think all kinds of, like, there are people around you right now that think some real ill shit about you. They could be black, white, they could be your family. They can think some real effed up shit about you right now. They but they're not impacting your life with it, you see. So it doesn't affect you. It really doesn't affect you whether or not they think, oh, this person is an X, this person is a Y. It doesn't affect you. When it affects you is if they're in a position to really F with you. If they're in that position, then you should start caring. That's just my personal view. Yep, it took me a long while to get that point. Sarah says Miss London Yoruba. Yeah, man, I just feel like people gonna have thoughts about you, bro. Like, that's just the world, man. People think all kinds of shit about me. People have made friggin' slanderous videos on the internet about me. People have made diss tracks about me. People do all kinds of shit. Bro, as long as you ain't affecting my pocket or my family, go ahead, my friend. I hope you have a fantastic time. But if you start fucking with my shit, me and you are gonna have a real problem. You know, like, we're gonna have a real problem. And that's just the way I run my life. That's why people can't necessarily affect me. If you fuck with me personally, we're gonna have a problem. But you can think what you want. Do you know what I mean? Just think what you want. I don't give a damn. It ain't affecting me. When I push the key in the door and I see the faces that love me, if you ain't affected that, cool. Go ahead, bro. Do what you want. Oh, you guys are talking about Islam in the comment section now. Annabelle, how you doing, bro? Yeah, I understand your definition entirely, says Heron's War. You see, the problem, you think that you are an N is called discrimination. It's not racism. Do you believe that your country needs more Islamic people? Mimi? No. No, I do not. I do not think that my country needs more Islamic people. So you have a problem with Jewish Muslims. Who are you guys talking about? Something else? If we all went back to Africa en masse, we would swap African world trade. We would swap African world trade stuff for reparations and sold resources. I don't think I got that. What you trying to say there, Lath Sky? Please elaborate a little bit if you can. You guys talking about Islam. So are you Jew hating black power guy? What? Bro, I think you need to go to sleep. Elias Garb, please go to sleep, bro. Like, wake up, you know, refresh. Do you know what I mean? Just refresh and kind of come back and like give a detailed, you know, question analysis of what you're actually trying to say, because what you're trying to say right now doesn't make any sense. The crime of racism is different to generalized name calling. It is misused to restrict free speech, meaning that blacks and Muslims have a present unfair advantage in many nations. Yeah, sorry, you made me think it's okay to think for yourself. Yeah, it's okay to think for yourself, Annabelle, of course. You have to think for yourself, bro. Sarah, can someone who's racist hate someone else who is racist? Can someone who's racist hate someone else who's racist? Of course, hate is hate, man. I like you, brother. I don't feel any hate from you. No, I don't have any hate. I ain't got time for hate. Hate is a really negative emotion, you know. It's a really negative energy to carry on yourself. It's too negative, man. Like, it will consume. Hate will actually consume you. Like, if you're not careful, hate will actually consume you. I am a Jewish Muslim. What is your problem, Mr. Black Power? Are you really, or are you just a troll? Like, you know, like, are you just a troll? I think you're just a troll, bro. That's my analysis. I could be wrong, but that's my analysis. Blacks didn't unite and mobilize due to slavery. No other race went through what the black race did. Nice try. Integration with savages was our demise. Okay, without the harmful, interesting words in there, there's a point that's being made. The point is integration. So we can talk about integration, actually. Integration is an interesting thing. What we have in Europe right now is integration of a foreign ideology called Islam into Europe. Question, is it working? That's my question. Is the integration of a foreign ideology that is not compatible with the current ideology, is it compatible? I would say no, looking at what's going on. So people talk like integration is always a good thing. And I'm not convinced that it always is. I'm just no, I'm not convinced that integration is always a good thing. Integration is only good if there's equality and no superiority type feelings towards the people that you're integrating with. No ill feelings. So integration is not just, you can't just throw a group of people together with totally different ideologies and say, get along. There you go, just get along. Yeah, I don't think it necessarily happens like that. It's, you're going to get conflicts, you're going to get, all kinds of things going on. People are going to hate other people, because integration, you have to understand the psychology of the people, first of all, that you're integrating with. Sometimes segregation is actually a good idea. Segregating yourself from, like, everybody, and the thing is, I'll say this. People say, what? Segregation? Okay, I'll show you where segregation works. You go to the school system. Go into the school system and show me unruly students integrating with students who are good at work, and show me what happens there. What happens is the unruly students disrupt, okay, the students that are doing the work. They do all kinds of stuff to stop the actual students that are doing the work to do their work. So sometimes segregating those people, those students, from the other students is probably a good idea. Take that to the macro level. If you have people that are disruptive, all kinds of fucked up, and you integrate them into a society where people are not like that, it's gonna be conflict. So integration is not always a good idea, guys. Just objectively speaking, it's not always a good idea. I mean, if you D Welsh, if you have similar values, there shouldn't be a problem. If you're very similar, there shouldn't necessarily be a problem. But if you're totally different to the group you're integrating with, there's going to be a conflict. There's going to be a conflict. Like I said, it's all about ideology in the head. It's all about what is going on in your head. Remember, there's an ideology that says, oh, we're better than everyone else. The world belongs to Allah. We want our own law system. We want our own way. And I'm going to integrate into a society which is like, hang on a minute. No, we don't believe in your Allah. We don't want your law. We don't want to eat your way. We don't want to take this. It's like, what do you think's going to happen, guys? Like, what do you think's going to happen? It's weird. I'm integrated into the UK because my ideology is compatible with the UK. I'm not trying to piss anybody off. I'm not trying to change the system. I'm not trying to rearrange shit. I'm not. So I can live here pretty peacefully. People might want to fuck me over, but then that's another issue. But I'm not trying to fuck anybody else over. So we have to understand that ideologies that are not compatible with other ideologies are not going to work. It's up to you guys, you know what I'm saying? It's up to you guys. Anonymous Candom says, here we go. You should have ran as an MEP. Sorry, as a Don, I'm white. You have to have much respect for this man. Thank you very much, Baker Real Truth. Thank you very much. You cannot fool real blacks. Oh, that's an interesting one. What is a real black? You know, I did an episode on the Black Opinion, is what it means to be black. As a matter of fact, the Black Opinion is coming back very soon. We are trying to acquire a special guest to be on the Black Opinion. We are attempting to acquire a special guest to be on the Black Opinion. Just saying, I'm not saying any more than that. I'm not saying any more than that. When black people are robbing, what does that somebody say? When black people are robbing white kids, were they integrated? I don't get that. Bro, I need to steal some of your chilled attitude, as mine gets me in trouble. Listen, bro, like, if you don't chill, listen, I'm chill, generally. You know, I overthink sometimes and stuff, but generally I'm chill. Can someone tell the racist in the comments he could have been black 5 generations ago? Really? I never think about stuff like the white opinion. It's a weird concept. I hear that. Um, yeah, cough, cough, Gary, cough, cough. No, Bigavelli. It's not Gary, mate. Talking about a special guest, mate. Special. I mean, Gary's my brother, but he ain't special. You know what I mean? Like, see the guy all the time. I love you, Gary, but you know, yeah, that's special, bro. Sarah, is David Lammy racist? I don't believe so. I think David Lammy's going through something at the moment, but I mean, I don't know. I can't talk about his personal life, but David Lammy's he's on some shit right about now, man. David Lammy's on one right about now. Right, I definitely think Elias Garb is a troll now. Black Americans think that they're real blacks. Yeah, a lot of them do. You know, we went into this. A lot of them think that they're like the real black. You know, they're real, motherfucker. I'm a real nigga. Okay, mate. If you say so. Pink elephants. I don't know what you mean. Crows are racist. Okay, you guys are going somewhere else. UK is one of the best countries in the world for people if you are prepared to accept our way of life. And quite impressed by people like Sarah. It's all about the content of character. I don't disagree. I don't disagree that, you know, I said I'll run my nation how my mum ran her house. My rules, motherfucker, okay? If you don't like it, there's a door. You, by all means, if and when you get the money and the time to go and create your own home, you can have your own rules. That's 100%. You can do that. But while you're under this roof, my friend, these are the rules. And if you don't like it, you can go. Okay? You can go. It's up to you. And so it's really that simple. You know, I understand that concept. So if I go to Dubai, for instance, right, or, you know, I have to, you know, be a certain way because the rules in that country are the rules in that country. Okay? People say, you know, are you coming to my house? You take your shoes off. All right, cool. It's your house. You know what I mean? Like, it's your house. I'll take my shoes off. I don't be like, nah, I'm just going to put my feet up on the sofa with my shoes on. You're going to look at me like, yo, bro, that's not the rules of the house, bro. Like, you can't come in here, start telling people, oh, yeah, but in my house, I'm allowed to have my shoes on the sofa. That's cool, but this ain't your house, bitch. So you're going to have to abide by my rules. And if you don't, the door is right there. I think the UK has become very accommodating to people that have different rules and regulations, and have allowed people that have different rules and regulations to actually dictate different rules and regulations. I think it's stupid, personally. I tell people already, when I start running my Wakanda, it's going to be very simple. You are going to understand it's very simple. You do what I say goes on, or what the council says goes on, and you don't even have to come. Listen, you don't even have to come, bro. Just go somewhere else. It's fine. I'm not forcing you to come, but if you do come, these are the rules. It's that simple, bro. You can have a good time, holiday here, bring your family here, have a great time, make a life here. Cool. But don't think you're coming in Wakanda to try and change the rules, bro. Oh, no. That's not going to happen. And if you think you're going to try and influence and try and edge your way into Wakanda rules, bro, I will kick your ass out faster than you can ever imagine. But that's just me. The UK seem to want to accommodate people that, you know, have different opinions and want to, you know, give different, you know, ways of life. Witness, Wakanda's it's a general term. I'm not talking about actual Wakanda. It's a general term. People will say, yeah, but Wakanda is a creation. Yes, I know that. Just using it as an example. Stay in Jamaica if you love it that much. Yeah, listen. Big Bro said before, there's some kind of, what did he say? Immigrant tourism going on. So you get immigrants that say, oh, our country is oppressed and we're going through shit, which is real. They are going through shit in their country. They want to go. And they're like, no, I tell you what country I do want to go. Bro, you ain't got a fucking choice. Like, go to the nearest country to you that will give you migrant status. People skipping over countries like, nah, I don't want to do that one. That one's not that good. It's like, bro, you ain't got a fucking choice. Go to the nearest country that will give you migrant status. Like, you don't get to choose. This ain't tourism. This ain't holidays. When I'm trying to book a holiday, I'm like, do I want to go there? Do I want to go there? I've got a choice. If I'm just fleeing, I flee to the nearest place and say, oh my God, thanks, fantastic. As a matter of fact, people flee Muslim countries and Muslim oppression and go to Western secular countries and say, Western secular countries aren't like Muslim countries and they're oppressing us. It's Islamophobia. It's like, bro, go to a fucking Muslim country then. Like, you got Saudi just next to you, bro. Like, you've got the root of your whole religion. The root, the core of your religion. Go there. Dubai, great place. Abu Dhabi, fantastic. Qatar, amazing. All these Muslim countries that are really built up, really nice. Go there. What are you coming to France for? Europe, Great Britain for? What are you doing? You know this is not compatible with your ideology. You know this. What are you coming here for? I don't know. Don't make no sense to me. But hey, what do I know? What do I know? Yeah, I think I'm going to go soon, guys. So the question is, why are they coming here? I think we all know why. Paul Baker says, Sarah Garvey, I agree. Yeah, I think I'm going to give it another 10 minutes and I'm going to roll off. I'm going to give it to the hour mark, fam. I've been ranting for long enough. What country is this guy from? I'm in the UK, dog. I'm in London right now. You just, yeah. Oh, gosh. I've noticed lately that whites and blacks are coming closer together. Did Sarah promote and say Wakanda? Oh, okay, yeah. We agree. Interested in Sarah's opinion, Powerful Blake. What opinion are you interested in, Powerful Blake? Hello from Saudi Arabia, says Paul. Are you really there, or are you just trolling? Doesn't go that way. We have never had people leaving en masse. So Lammy and Abba are really racist, if you say so. Kojo says, you're so funny. Bro, you got to look at the world a little bit like, with a little bit of a comedic tint, let's say. Otherwise, just go crazy, You just go crazy. You got to look at it with like a comedic tint, man, because the world's crazy as it is. Like, you'll send yourself crazy if you don't look at it with a little bit of a comedic tint. Like, things are actually quite funny. Black is okay, but a Londoner. I am a Londoner. Have a wicked day, bro. Thank you, Prison Life. You have a good day too, bro. And learn to chill, bro. Learn to chill. People say Muslim is a race. Muslim is not a race. It's a bloody ideology. Islam is an ideology. There's no race of Muslims. There are black people, white people, Chinese people who are Muslims. Slavery is not a good thing. I think we can all agree on that. Unless you're in Libya. Or unless you're... Do you know what's so funny? You should say that. We're talking about that. The only people I know to condone slavery are Muslims. Like, when you bring up slavery in their ideology, like because their Prophet Muhammad like had black people as slaves and like traded them, you bring that up and they find an excuse for like having slaves. Like, the British don't bring up well, generally they don't say, they say, it was a really bad shit. It was some really bad shit. I know, well, we feel guilty. Please don't let me feel guilty anymore. They say that kind of stuff. Muslims are like, yeah, well, the reason why is because it's like, bro, are you actually trying to condone owning another human being right now? Like, come on. If you're a human being, you don't want to be owned. People say, oh, what's your moral compass? Bro, I tell you what. I tell you the easiest way. What I want for myself is what I would want for all human beings. So I don't want to be enslaved, don't want to be whipped, don't want to be owned, don't want to be viewed as property, don't want to be raped, all that stuff. So what I want for myself is what I would want for other human beings. All the bad stuff. I don't want any bad stuff to happen to me. So you ain't got to condone slavery, bro, because as a person, you wouldn't want to be enslaved. No one wants to be enslaved. So why are you going to condone it? My prophet had slaves. Now what? Stop hating. This is why I keep telling people about this ideology not being compatible, bro. Like, it's actually not compatible. That's why you can't ask for reparations from Arab Muslim countries. People talk about reparations, bro. These Arab Muslims don't give a fuck that they own slaves, bro, and still own. They don't give a fuck. Talk to them about go and talk to an Arab Muslim about slavery and about the African slave trade that the Arab Muslims started in 642 AD. Go and talk to them about that and ask them for reparations, bro. You might as well talk to a bloody brick wall, bro. You might as well talk to a brick wall. Yeah, these people do not care about owning black people. I'm telling you, that's why they continue to do it today. They don't care. Muhammad wasn't a prophet. He was a prophet for some, not for me. It's mad. I've never seen such a people to be so blasé about like owning black people as slaves, you know. I've never seen it. Like, it's very interesting to watch in 2019 a bunch of people just be like, yeah, you know, yeah, I know, like, but it's like, what? But all right, let me own your ass then. You know what I mean? Let's put you into slavery and see if it's a yeah, but, you know, you're owning another human being, bro. You're disrespecting the life, the humanity of another human being, and you've got yeah, but. That you're gonna come to me with yeah, but. All right, cool. Let's put your ass in slavery then if it's a yeah, but. There ain't no yeah, but when you're owning another human being, bro. There's no yeah, but. You just don't do it. There's no excuse. It's immoral fuckery. Okay, that's basically what it is. You know you wouldn't want it for yourself, so stop it. You know, but it's yeah, but. I don't know. You're talking to people who are very savage and barbaric. I'm just being honest. Nah, I can't deal with people like that. Nah, I can't deal with you. Allah said Muslims are allowed to own slaves. Do you have a problem with Allah? Yeah, I do have a little bit of a problem with Allah. I'm not gonna lie to you. Sounds like a bit of a dickhead, that Allah guy. Not gonna lie to you. Just saying. Any entity that says it's okay to own another human being, I've actually got a problem with. I'm not gonna lie. I've got a problem with it. Okay, and if you haven't, then I actually really do question your moral behavior and your moral character. So I'm just saying. Sounds like a dickhead to me. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, Allah this and Allah that. All right, tell Allah to come see me. Let me have a conversation with Allah. Have you noticed that? Everyone's always speaking for Allah and Allah's never speaking for himself. Yeah, but the Quran. All right, cool. Well, tell Allah to come see me. I forget your book. Don't want to speak to you about the book. Yeah, but God said, yeah, tell God to come speak to me, bro. Everyone says that it's God's book. You know what I mean? God ain't spoken for himself yet. Let me speak to the guy. Yeah? Put him on the phone. Let me have a conversation. Tell him to come see me. Okay? Everyone's talking about God and all this kind of shit. Bullshit, man. Sorry to burst your bubble, but God is actually bullshit. Just saying. It's a great story. It's a great cover story, but God is actually bullshit, guys. Let's be honest. But that's another conversation for another day. We're at the 58-minute mark. We're at the 58-minute mark, folks. So, Powerful Blake says you got to be a bitch, dude. Maybe I should stop and be a stand-up comedian. Do you know what I mean? People keep saying that I'm funny. Western Goddess, love Western Goddess. Even if God was real, do you think he would want his creations to own slaves? It's true. And what kind of God would that be? Wouldn't that be the devil? Isn't that like devil shit? Like the devil, slavery, you know, fuckery. I'll be like, all right, cool, it's the devil. Yeah, I can understand that. But you're telling me that it's the divine peace that is supposed to be God, like saying, yeah, own that motherfucker. Like, own him. It's like, bro, that sounds like the devil, you know? I don't really know the devil, but that sounds like the stuff like the devil would say. I'm just saying. That sounds like some devil shit. So, is your God the devil? That's a question. Is your God actually the devil, bro? Are you worshipping the devil? Yeah, that's a question for another day, folks. But yeah, we're at the 59-minute mark. I'm gonna peace out of here. You say you don't believe in God. Christians are cool with that. Say it to a Muslim, they freak out. It's very true. It's very true. That's very true. Slavery is a work of demons. What did they say the devil's best trick was? Yeah, that's what they say. The devil never said that. Have you noticed that the devil never says anything? People always say, well, the devil said or God said. Bro, like where are they? Like, can we have their own quotes? Like, can they speak for themselves? Like, people always speaking for these entities. I don't believe you. Because I want to speak to the source. And if I'm not speaking to the source, then I ain't speaking. I want to get it from the horse's mouth. And with that being said, family, go and enjoy your day. It's 11:30 in the morning, and I'm gonna go and enjoy the rest of my day. I hope you guys do.